Hello once again, my name is Negative Legend, and I'm here to answer the question, what happened to Bakugan? Bakugan was a television series produced by TMS Entertainment, Dentsu Incorporated, and Nelvana Animation under the direction of Mitsuo Hashimoto. The show spanned a total of 189 episodes running from April 5th, 2007 in Japan and February 24th, 2008 in the United States, to January 26th, 2012 in the United States, totaling 4 seasons. The 4th and final season was never aired in Japan and instead was aired in Canada and the United States due to its overall popularity. The show was considered a failure in Japan, its country of origin, but gained a lot of attention in the United States. The show centered around several young protagonists that... well, I can just show you the intro, it sums it up pretty well. Hi! So this part was supposed to be me showing you the clip of the beginning of Bakugan, just to make things super easy, but TMS and Nelvana Animation kept having a copyright claim, and even though I have filed a dispute, they still didn't care, and they kept monetizing my video. So, here's what Bakugan was about. Basically, a bunch of cards fell from the sky, the kids grabbed them, and then little marbles came out, and the logical thing you do with that is to make a game out of it, and so they did, and when they put the marbles on these cards, the marbles would pop open, and a giant monster would come out. Then these two monsters would fight each other, and yada yada yada. Little did they know, these monsters were actually from another planet called Vestroia, which was currently at war. Things happen, and then the main character ends up having a Bakugan that can talk, and so he starts on this series of quests that allow him to help save the Bakugan in all of Vestroia, along with a bunch of other main characters. I would have just shown you the clip. I'll leave a link in the description to the first episode that's on YouTube. So yeah, continuing. This show began a series of toys that went wild with kids. It's largely considered a fad now, but it made a lot of money. People usually describe the game as card games crossed with marbles, except the marbles transform into monsters, and the cards act as the battlefield. It was a weird idea, I'll be honest, but it was freaking cool. There was even a line of Bakugan that was a crossover with the X-Men. The most prominently known was the Wolverine Bakugan. They even created Bakugan with metal molded with the plastic, which cost slightly more than the regular Bakugan. They made giant Dragonoid toys that would work as a giant mech suit for Bakugan, or another line of toys that was basically a Voltron-style Dragonoid, where you combined several specific Bakugan together to make one giant Bakugan. On October 20th, 2009, there was the initial release of their first video game titled Bakugan Battle Brawlers, releasing on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii, and the DS, which received average to low scores critically, but I thought it was pretty awesome, and one of the coolest things since frozen yogurt. It had the player basically play the tabletop game with a lot of effects and mechanics to make playing the game easier. The next year, they released another game called Bakugan Defenders of the Core, which was released on October 19th, 2010, which was released on all the same consoles as well as the PlayStation Portable. But the game was really just a fighting game and it went mostly under the radar. They also had a line of giant Bakugan that was radically bigger than other Bakugan that functioned the exact same. It was that very Bakugan that I was never able to get because they were always either sold out or my mom wouldn't buy it for me. All the while, the jerks on the bus kept showing it off to everyone and sticking the magnet to the ceiling as if it was so cool. Okay, it was cool, but I was still jealous. In 2009, Frito-Lay introduced a set of 26 Bakugan Tazos in packages of Cheetos in India. The promotion, which ran from June 10th to August 10th, 2009, included a contest in which consumers could win other Bakugan prizes. The reason the game died and the show was cancelled was because general interest was lost in the show and the game as time went on. The tabletop game received poor reviews as the new mechanics weren't very well liked, and the quality of the story in the show was largely agreed to have gone downhill as well. The show was cancelled after the 4th season, and it basically faded into obscurity. As of right now, the official Bakugan website is still active, though most of the links don't lead anywhere. A spin-off series called Bakutech Bakugan, which featured the characters from the manga of the same name, aired on TV Tokyo from April 7th, 2012 to March 30th, 2013. It was followed by a sequel series called Bakutech Bakugan Gachi, which ran from April 6, 2013 to December 28, 2013. As of the making of this video, Spin Master announced that they have plans to reboot the Bakugan series, but they gave a very vague window. From Crunchyroll stated, toy manufacturer Spin Master announced plans to reboot Bakugan back in 2015, and now it looks like it's finally about to come to fruition. As revealed during their Q3 2017 financial call, Bakugan is set to return with a new toy line and TV show sometime in either 2018 or 2019. And unlike Chaotic, this isn't just a rumor on a forum, this is an official statement from the COO. But if anyone watched my What Happened to Chaotic video, I'm certain everyone is going to be very skeptical on the reboot of Bakugan because we still don't have any word on a reboot of Chaotic! All we can hope is that if either of these franchises get rebooted, it doesn't go down the same road as Ben 10 or Teen Titans Go. And because I did this last time, there's a link in the description to Lamar DeVente's video sharing his opinions on the possible reboot. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to thank my patrons for supporting this channel. If there's a series that you want me to cover and make a video on, leave your suggestions in the comment section below. There are links in the description to the new Reboot news articles that I mentioned in this video. Stay beautiful and keep playing.
What are you gonna do? The odds are stacked against you. Back against the wall, gotta give it your all. This is the final stand. The power's in your hands.